So we're standing in front of the greenhouse, and I am looking at the greenhouse, trying to figure out what my first step is as far as getting this thing put together this summer. And I think what I'm going to work on first is clearing out all the grass and the weeds inside of here. I think if I can get all of that cleared out, then I can start looking at this foundation, setting the foundation up the way that I want. I got to get some more blocks in here, make sure I get it as level as I possibly can, and then go from there. So I'm going to grab some 5-gallon buckets, and we're gonna pull some weeds. So it took a little bit, but I got everything cleaned out in the inside for the most part. And then I've also brought in all of our blocks. The additional blocks we're going to be putting in here. The other thing that Jen and I had to do is get the building squared again. So basically I just kind of hung on the edge and pulled the building, and then Jen went ahead and put in some braces for us. So now that the building is completely square, we've got all of the bricks and the insides cleaned out. The next step here is to get all the blocking underneath the foundation here. And I think what I'm going to do is simply get the blocks under and then shim them. I don't think I'm going to try to level anything out because the building for the most part is leveled. So it's just a matter of getting these extra blocks in there and then getting them shimmed with some cedar shims. And the only reason I'm doing this is to provide some additional stability in the ground. With the ground moving the way that it does during frost heaving, I just want to make sure that I have enough underneath the building so that more surface area will hopefully prevent the building from leaning too much. And if it does, it's really easy to go on the inside with farm jack, lift it up and shim it. So all right, well, all I got to do now is get the foundation in. All right, so we've got the front done, and now we're going to start working on this side here. We only have to get the 2 in there, but we do have to level off, and we've got to fix this block here. We got to get it pushed that way because I need it underneath and flush with the bottom plates of the wall there. So all right, I'm going to keep going. All right, so now that we have the foundation all done, the next step is to start working on the boards that are going to go on the side here and on the back of the greenhouse here, and then also on this side as well. So, but it's late. We're going to call it a night, and we're going to get back at this tomorrow. So we're back at our build site, and we're going to be working on putting the boards up on the back of the greenhouse. Originally, I was going to go ahead and use the screws to put the boards in, but I think I'm going to use the nail gun instead. I've got smaller nails, and I just think it'll go quicker. Okay, so there's been a change in plans. I don't have enough of the cedar slab wood to go horizontal along the back. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go vertical, and we're going to do board and batten. So in order to do that, though, I need a bunch of the slab cedar so I can use that as the battens over the gaps that I'm going to make in the boarding or in the board. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw up the strapping. I'm going to put 3 rows of strapping, and the strapping is what I'm going to attach the boards to, and then I can go ahead and cut and attach boards, and then I can come back and attach the battens. So the way I'm doing this is very similar to what I've seen on the building where we buy our feed, which is it's owned by the Amish, and they just built a new garage. And so I think I'm going to build this in the similar fashion as I saw what they did, and I think it's going to work. So let's put up some strapping. So for the strapping, I am going to use screws, and then I'm going to use nails for the boards. Okay, so we have our 3 bands of strapping. This one here, we've got one up here along the top plate, and we've got the one on the bottom plate. So now that those are there, the next step is to start putting our boards up, which we're going to do tomorrow. We've got 7-foot boards. We're going to leave, I think, a 2-inch gap in between them, and I think 2 inches. But we'll see tomorrow once we get started on this. So before we get started today, there is something I want to go do. I want to take a look at our cedar slab wood and see how many of those pieces we'll be able to use on this project. What I'm specifically looking for is anything that is at least 7 feet long and about 4 inches, 5 inches wide. So let's go take a look and see what we got. All right, so this is what I have to choose from. So I'm gonna go through this and see what I can find that's at least 7 feet long and about 4 inches wide. This is one of those moments when I kick myself in the ass for doing something quick, because at the time it solved a problem, but long term it's nothing but grief. So dumping all this stuff here again was great at the time, but now that I'm trying to dig through this looking for stuff that I could use, it's a mountain of a problem. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, I've got some boards here that I might be able to use, so I'm gonna grab those. I think I'm gonna have to sort through all of this. But that is not a task I have the time or the patience for right now. Oh boy. But it's gonna have to be done. I don't know. I gotta figure it out, but I can't sit around here all day. So, because I've got to get this greenhouse done. So I think I'm going to take the boards that I've got. We'll load those up on the tractor. We'll take them over there. We'll get to work. And then we'll kind of take another peek here in a little bit. See where we're at. If I need to come back out and grab some more, maybe I'll spend a couple hours and just kind of sort through some of this stuff. What I should have done is, when I brought it here, I should have sorted it by size. All the small pieces put in one pile, all of the usable slab wood put in another. That way, if I needed to pull slab wood, I'd have access to it. Because I'm looking at this right now. I mean, there's a bunch of wood down here that I could use. I just can't get access to it. There's so much crap on top of it. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and load this stuff up and then head over to the site and get to work. So this is what the couch looks like during a normal lunch hour. Bunch of lazy bums.